Welcome back, everybody. We're going to zone in a little bit more on our instrument families, and we're going to focus on brass and woodwinds for the next 2 weeks, but we'll be starting with brass this week. You should have just done your welcome song, and now we're going to do your brain break. So go ahead and stand up. Make sure you have lots of room so you don't run into anybody or anything.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Here's a toast so clear. Look out. Pop, pop, it's showtime. Showtime, showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Downtown. Oh, they don't know. Downtown. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Showed up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Whoop, whoop. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Here's a toast so clear. Look out. Second verse for the hustlers. Hustlers. Gangsters. Gangsters. Then your ugly friends. I cannot preach. I cannot preach. I gotta show them how I get it in. First, take your sip. Do your dip. Spend your money like money. Ooh, ooh. We too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jocking. Keep up. Players only. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Here's a toast so clear. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so bad. Now, watch me break it down like, 24 karat. What's that sound? Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Don't fight the feeling, invite the feeling, just put your rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? Tell me what you trying to do. 24 karat magic in the air. Here's a toast so clear. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air.
All right, great job. Go ahead and have a seat. Let's do some breathing. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Very good. Put your hand over your heart. If you can still feel your heart rate going, that means you need to breathe some more because we want a slow, steady heartbeat. So breathe in one more time and out. Good. So our learning targets for this week. By the end of class, you should be able to say, I can recall information about our composer of the week, Frédéric Chopin. I can identify the brass instruments by sight and sound. I can identify the instruments and categorize them by the correct instrument family. I can keep a steady beat and clap the rhythms correctly, and I can follow along with the dances and the moves to the songs we learned today. All right, so this is our composer of the week. His name is Frédéric Chopin, and I know it looks like it says Chopin, but it's really pronounced Chopin. He was born March 1st, 1810, and I'm going to try my best to say that it is pronounced Zelazowa Wola, Poland, and he died October 17th, 1849 at the age of 39 from basically his heart had like an infection because he had another infection. So he died of an infection. Does not sound very fun. All right, so we will take a little virtual field trip in just a minute to Poland, where he is from. He was a Polish composer and pianist. That means he played the piano during the Romantic era. I don't know if you noticed, but the last composer we studied was also from the Romantic era. Most of his pieces were written for solo piano. His dad was a tutor, and his mom was related to one of the students he tutored. That's how he met her, and they fell in love. And his mom might have actually been the first person to give Mr. Chopin his lessons. At the age of 7, he was giving concerts and composing his own music. So before we do that, I do want to take you on a little virtual field trip to Poland. All right, let's see what Poland looks like. This looks like it might be his monument. That's probably his tomb right there where he resides. I'm not sure what that is a picture of, but that is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Little tea set in Poland. That may be his house. I'm not sure. His house in the gardens, but I'm not positive. That looks beautiful. It must be fall time in these pictures. Oh, there's some winter. I wish we would get some snow. That would be great. It can snow anytime it wants to. All right, so there's some pictures of Poland. I'm going to zoom out so you can see where Poland is. Come on, zoom. Okay, so there we go. That's what I wanted, but I don't want all the clouds. Okay, so you've got Europe over here, you've got Italy and Spain and Germany right here. I'm sorry, I was lower than I thought I was with my mouse. Right here is Italy, and you've got Europe over here with Spain and Ireland and England, and Poland is right here. Okay? And this world globe is all upside down. Y'all can just laugh at me trying to fix this. It is all silly and wonky. All right, well, I don't know why my globe is all crazy, but we're over here, and Poland is over here. Okay? So this is his piece called Fantasy Impromptu. We probably will not listen to the whole thing because we don't have time to, but it is absolutely beautiful. right. And I know you're like, Miss Kaiser, seriously, but the whole piece is 6 minutes long. It's beautiful if you have a chance to listen to it. And if you have the ability to get on YouTube and it's not blocked, you probably have to go on a not school device and you type in Chopin Fantasy Impromptu. This will pop up and you can watch it. I like it because you can see the keys of the player. All right, so we're going to do a vocal warm-up, the same one we have done before. Knees and news. So you've got your knee, new, knee, new. Okay? All right, very good job. We're going to do our rhythm warm up, and this one is a trolls one. You may or may not have done it before. It's pretty fun. When you see 2 trolls, it's a TT. When you see 1 troll, it's a ta. And these quarter rests are our shushes.
DJ play it, that's my song. Go, 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 go. Put your head up in the air. Go, 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 go. All the baby, let's go crazy. We ain't never gonna stop. All the baby, let's go crazy. We ain't never gonna stop. Put your head in the air. We don't care. Put your head in the air. We don't care. I got a fever coming on, and now it's beating on my bones. I feel like diamonds on some gold. So DJ play it, that's my song. Go, 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 go. Put your head up in the air. Go, 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 go. All the baby, let's go crazy. We ain't never gonna stop. All the baby, let's go crazy. We ain't never gonna stop. Put your head in the air. We don't care. Put your head in the air. We don't care. Put your hair in the air. All the baby, let's go crazy. Put your hair in the air. All the baby, let's go crazy. Put your hair in the air. Put your hair in the air.
All right, great job. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun for you. So let's review what we've talked about before. What were the instrument families that we talked about? Right, brass, woodwind, strings, and percussion. All right, so we're going to focus today on brass instruments. Not at all because they're my favorite and I'm a brass player, but you know. All right, so we're going to focus on brass instruments today. Okay. And here are all of the brass instruments together. And we're going to study them one by one. So, well, if it loads. Okay. So the first instrument is the trumpet. And as you can see, it has a mouthpiece. We've talked about buzzing into a mouthpiece to make a sound. It's got valves to push the buttons to change the pitches or the notes. It has a bell, and it's got slides to help tune it. So we're going to listen to a professional trumpet player. Oh, we're going to do this today? Okay, that is fine. All right, so that's the trumpet. I don't know if that makes you want to play the trumpet. That was the instrument that I started out on in 6th grade because I just loved the sound of it. It just sounded strong and cool. I don't know. Just something about the trumpet called my name. So maybe it's calling your name. But then when I got in 7th grade, this instrument called my name. And this is the French horn. And it's just like the trumpet. It has a mouthpiece that you play through and you can buzz through it. It's a lot of swirly girlies in there. There's all sorts of swirly pipes. And it uses valves just like the trumpet, but these are called rotary valves. They're a little bit different. They have string tied to them. And then it's got a really big bell, and you can use your hand to change the pitches. So the French horn I like because it's used in almost any type of movie music you listen to. Star Wars, Pirates of the Caribbean, any Superman movie, it's using French horns because they sound just epic and strong, and I don't know, they're just beautiful. Let me see if it'll play from here. Okay, we're going to play from here. I'll take it. Now will it play sound? All right, and you might hear that weird noise that it's making, like a meep, meep. That's called stopping. You push your hand all the way into the horn, and it kind of makes it sound like a car horn. It's used a lot in, like, if you're playing for a musical and there's a scene where they're in New York and there's lots of car horns. They're used a lot just for effect. All right, so we need to take a brain break because I'm throwing a lot of information at you. So go ahead and stand up, spread out, make sure you have room. You're not going to hit anything.
Work it. Step it up, because it's time to party. Yeah! Morning, trade it for the world. In the madhouse, in the madhouse. Holy shamoly! In the madhouse, in the madhouse. 1 point test go. In the madhouse, in the madhouse. I got it. In the madhouse, in the madhouse. Oh, yeah. Morning, trade it for the world. Work it. Step it up, because it's time to party. In the madhouse. Lori! Bobby's coming over to study, and I only have 3 hours to get ready. Lenny! I'm a backup dancer. Luna! This is a family band, dude. Luann! I couldn't carry a tune if it had a handle. Bringing home the gold. Booyah! Lucy! It's Madam Lucy. Lana! You call that a victory dance? Go Lana! Go Lana! Lola! It's fun, everyone! 1 point test. Lisa! Mission accomplished. My master plan was a major success. Lily! What's saying, in the madhouse again! This booth is leaving the station. Cash with 11 kids. In the madhouse, in the madhouse. Clyde, that's it! I'm doing it! Work it! Yeah! In the madhouse, 1 point test go! This crazy's not that bad! In the madhouse. We are killing it! In the madhouse. That was awesome!
All right, very good job. Go ahead and have a seat. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. I think this is out of order because I haven't showed you the rest of the brass. All right, so this is the trombone. This might be something that you're interested in because it has no keys. You don't have to worry about pushing down buttons with your hands. Instead, it slides for you to get your pitches. And we've talked about this before with jazz, so this video might be familiar to you. But I am going to start it. Spot. So you can see that he is buzzing through a larger mouthpiece, but it is a mouthpiece, and it's got a larger bell than the trumpet, not as big as the French horn, and then it slides to change the pitches or the notes. So that's the trombone, and it is lower than the trumpet and the French horn. And then this is the tuba. Can you say tuba? It is the biggest of the brass instruments, and again, usually the bigger they get, the lower they are. So the tuba has lots of piping and tubes, just like the French horn, but a really, really big bell. And then it's got valves to push buttons to change the pitches. So we're going to listen to an example of tuba, and tuba is really, really low. The tuba is the instrument that normally does the Jaws theme. Da-dum, da-dum, dum, 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 dum. So that's what the tuba is known for. And again, just like the trombone, a much bigger mouthpiece because it's going to play lower. And then again, a much bigger bell because it's going to play lower as well. So now that I'm back in order, I want to show you a brass ensemble. Ensemble basically means together or put together. So this is all of the brass put together. You've got 2 trumpets instead of 1, a French horn, a trombone, and a tuba. All right, in the end it was just kind of silly, but that was called Flight of the Bumblebee. You probably heard it before. It should have kind of sounded like a bumblebee, but I'm hoping that after hearing all of the brass instruments separately and then together that you could identify brass the minute you hear it, because it does have a distinct sound. So now I'm going to show you a symphonic band, and I want you to try to listen for each of the instruments. And I may pause it and say, hey, what instrument is this? Or what instrument is this? And we're going to do this again. Okay. Could you hear the brass come in really strong there? Good. All right, so what instruments are these? They don't have any buttons, they slide. Trombone, correct. All right, so what are these? They are trumpets. Very good. That was all brass. Anybody know what instrument that was soloing? It was actually a French horn. I want to see if I could zoom out. Okay, what are these? I just said what they were. Those are French horns. They're all right there. And I was trying to show you the tuba, but I can't quite find the tuba. I know it's in here because I had a solo at the very beginning. Maybe we can see. There we go. There's the tuba. You may have seen these guys. They're holding smaller ones. Those are actually called baritones. They're kind of like a baby tuba or euphonium. You can call it a euphonium too. All right. So that's what the brass sounds like within the whole symphonic band. All right, so before we finish up today, we're going to do a brain break. One more brain break, so go ahead and stand up. If you have time to do this, go ahead.
Here comes the boom. Let me show you how it's done. I'm Sonic. Here comes the boom. I'm Sonic. I am living my best life on Earth. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. I'm Sonic. I am living my best life on Earth. This is my power. Here comes the boom. I'm Sonic. A little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package. Let me show you how it's done. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Road trip? Let's go now. If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. I always want to do this. Here comes the boom. I am living my best life on Earth. Good time. Let me know if you want to go around two with the blue. I'm Sonic. Nailed it.
All right, go ahead and have a seat. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. All right, so we're just going to review those learning targets because now you should be able to say, I can recall information about our composer of the week, Frédéric Chopin. I can identify the brass instruments by sight and sound. I can identify the instruments and categorize them by the correct instrument family. I can keep a steady beat and clap the rhythms correctly, and I can follow along the dance moves to the songs and dances we learned today. Again, as always, your assignment is just to answer the exit ticket at the end of the learning path. I hope you've enjoyed learning about brass instruments, and then we'll be learning about woodwind, strings, and percussion in the following weeks. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I hope you have a great week.